definitely in for a treat. We have a really special man here who has touched the lives of thousands of San Franciscans and tourists alike. So the first question I have for you today is, tell us a little bit about your life from the 1980s through the year 2010.
Well, what I've been here in the city I figured, and my whole life was about, is being where the action is. So if you've walked on New Montgomery between 1980 and 2010, then you probably walked by my office, although my office was on the street. But I'm here to explain that homelessness is not an identity, it's an experience.
That's big. That's big. Thank you. So tell us a bit about how you ended up on the streets. What happened?
Well, before, I was a musician. I had a good job as a journeyman painter, and also I had a family. But due to severe trauma, substance abuses, and health issues that were not properly addressed, my life began to spiral down, which many other homeless have these same experiences. So, yes.
Mm-hmm. What was it like on the streets for people?
Well, being on the streets, being homeless can be very painful and very lonely. That's basically what I get. Is for the overwhelming consensus is that is the main case, is people get disconnected, get alienated.
Yeah. You said something about the day-to-day, just waking up.
Oh, yeah, that some of the homeless people, they have the attitude and the view is that just to wake up is just another day to die. So that really impacted me, that a lot of people see the homeless as a category, not as real people. And some homeless feel that they are considered, invisible. Mm.
You wrote a song called Peekaboo that you performed earlier. It's a great song, right? 40 years ago, you composed that song and played it for the first time tonight. Tell us a little bit about the lyrics, because the lyrics are interesting.
Yes, I wrote this song about 40 years ago. I wrote it at first for my daughter, but it's amazing that I had no idea that it would foreshadow some of the homeless experiences. But it's Peekaboo, I see you peeping around the bend. Where have you really been? Because we've been watching you, and we see everything you do. So Peekaboo, that's the first verse. Yes.
So we may not see the homeless day to day, but you see us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what changed?
Well, what changed?
When you were on the street, what changed in terms of decisions?
It's like I had a eureka moment to where I thought, well, in order to survive on the streets and also to try to connect again, is that I would go where the action is again, in the middle of the financial district, in the middle of New Montgomery Street, and that's where I showed up every day, and which I ended up calling it the office.
And you had office hours, right?
Pardon?
You had office hours.
Yes, I did. I understood and that people, when they first go to work, it's like, oh, I'm trying to focus to go to work. And I like to connect with people in a two-way conversation. So, and during lunch, everybody's got to get your lunch and go back to work, right? So my office hours was like 4:30 to 6. That's when everybody gets off work. You're happy. You're going home. So you're able to pause, too, in order for us to have a two-way conversation, in order to engage.
And eventually those two-way conversations became real relationships.
Yes.
And helped get you off the street?
Yes, that was the thing. On New Montgomery, in the time I was there, over 20 years, is that I built some really special relationships. And together we worked in order to keep me off the streets and also form some really good health insurance and just being able to take care of myself. It was very important.
And you've been clean and sober for how long?
Yes, I've been clean and sober for 4 years now. And I also work as a house manager at a clean and sober house, and I deal with homeless. I'm a homeless advocate. I deal with addicted, and like I said, I do that every day, and I know how much they need our empathy, our communication, and our support. I know this.
Thank you. So please, let's thank Moses for sharing a bit of his soul with us.